Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope you all had a nice Labor Day weekend. And tonight, I thought it would be fun to do something a little bit different. Well, different for me anyway. And that is just jump into a programming challenge. So I hopped on LeetCode, and I've done a few here before, mostly in C++. So let's just pick one and see how it goes. Baseball game. That sounds like fun. Let's see what baseball game is. Alright, so you're keeping score for a strange rule. We like strange rules. Alright, several rounds. Why don't we call them innings? And score of pass round may have 5. Okay. So we're going to start with an empty record. That's fair. Like what, 0-0 maybe? Anyway, we're going to be given a list of opponents, let's call them. Alright, where ops I is the ith operation you must apply to the record. If it's an integer, record a new score of x. Gotcha. Plus, record a new score that is the sum of the previous two scores. D, record a score that is double the previous score. And C, invalidate the previous score. Alright. Return the sum of all the scores on the record. Okay, so here is some of the logic that I created to try to solve this challenge. So the opponents or ops vector we're going to be sent from one of the examples was 5, 2, C, D plus. And what that means is as we go through it, we are going to see a 5. So I'm going to create another vector that really stores our output numbers that will add up at the end. So see a 5, I'm going to put a 5 into an output vector. Then we'll get a 2. So I'll add that to the end of the vector. So now that vector is 5 and a 2. It will come across a C, and a C tells it to remove the last number from the vector. So the vector is now going to become 5. Then it's become a D, which tells it to add double the last number in the vector. So now we're going to get a 5, and then doubling that, a 10. So now our vector is 5 and 10. And finally, we see the plus sign, which says add your last two numbers together, which will give us a 5, a 10, and a 15. And finally, we will add them together to return 30. So 30 is the sum of all the numbers in our final vector. And here's a quick summary of what everything meant. A C was pop last item from vector. A D doubles the last item in the vector. A plus adds two items, the last two items in the vector together. Otherwise, we're assuming it's a number, and we're going to push that to the vector because the text for this challenge told us, guaranteed us, that we will get a C, a D, a plus, or number. So that's a basic summary of the logic, and now I will speed you through me trying out the challenge and seeing how we do. So let's start with iterating through the vector. So let's go 4 up and ops. How does it work against all the tests? Accepted. We did it. It's not the fastest. Definitely not the most memory efficient. That makes me a little sad. But it's a win. It's a success. We got it. I didn't think it would be that difficult. I mean, it didn't take that long. It really didn't. And again, it's always nice to brush up a little on your skills with these tests. They make you do things that you might not do all the time. Like, oh, yeah, it was interesting. It was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably do more of these in the future because it's kind of a nice change once in a while. So, see how it goes. But again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.